Hey guys, Scott Johnson with Pitt Home Buyers here. Wanted to take some time today to discuss with you the rights of heirs to an estate. All right, because there's a couple of things that we've done in the past few weeks here. We've worked with a couple of clients where they had inherited the property and it hadn't, it had gone through probate. And so there was but there was confusion as to who needs to sign for that property if the heirs are looking to sell it. All right, so I want to give a really kind of straightforward example here. So let's say that you have two people that are married, and then they have the kids. Now, when one of those persons passes away, let's just say that the wife passed away. All right, of course, the ownership of that property through just state law here in North Carolina, in Greenville, North Carolina, ownership is going to pass on, of course, to the husband. Now, let's just say it's just a husband that owns it, or he still owns it, but then he passes away. Well, essentially, in the state of North Carolina, ownership passes on to the surviving heirs. Now, what that means, so let's say you inherited a property in Greenville, Farmville, Ayden, North Carolina, anywhere, all right? And you're wondering, okay, what are the rights of the heirs to the heirs to this estate? So essentially, it's divided evenly. All right. Now, let's just say that in this case, we have a daughter, a husband or a son with a wife, and a daughter with a husband. Right. So what's going to happen is each sibling has equal ownership of that property. But when you go to the closing table, every single one of those people needs to sign. Because if these two are married and these two are married, well, that spouse has equal right to that property or has claim to that property as well. We recently had an issue where we had closed on a property, and that attorney that we had used at that time, moving forward from there, but knew that the person who owned the property was married, but failed to, get the husband to sign. So what happened was our partner, Aaron, he picked up the property, did a beautiful rehab, and it looks amazing. It's actually off of County Home Road in Ayden, North Carolina. I'm going to be doing a video on that to kind of show you about it. So definitely check that out. But so what happened is that when he went to close on this property he had just finished, he couldn't do it because the husband had not signed off on the deed. So we were able to work some magic, got in contact with them, got everything taken care of, so it's good to go. But it's important that if you're looking to sell your house in Pitt County, Greenville, Farmville, North Carolina, right? Remember that all of the heirs, if the person passed away and it went on to the children, all of the heirs and their spouses have equal claim to that property. And so at closing, all of them need to sign, all right? So now the best way to get around this, or not get around it, but to work it a little bit better, is if you know that it's coming time for someone to pass on, start looking at it now. If you let's just say I had my buddy Gary recently had a property off Shawnee Place over here in Greenville, North Carolina, and they had to move his mom, in with his sister so that she could take better care of her because she wasn't able to do everything on her. She has a lot of trouble living on her own. On top of that, the property flooded, which is never a good day. That's adding insult to injury there, but what he did is he came up and said, hey, listen, I got in contact with him. He heard about us. He did a lot of research online to make sure that we were a credible company. And, we gave him an offer. He said, absolutely, let's roll with it. And we closed on it. Now, what did that kind of circumvent? Okay. What did that do? Well, honestly, it helped to, not have to deal with the signing of all the different heirs and everything. Ultimately, it really just helped to make their situation a lot easier because they were able to move the property very quickly. But you know, if you have any questions on probate properties, or you have a property that you've inherited and have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much and have a great day.